Today, I'm going to be destroying my Minecraft starter house so that in its place, I can build a bigger and better upgraded Minecraft starter house. And so without further ado, let's get to it. Now, if you're wondering why I'm destroying this starter house and building a new one in its place on day 437, I mean, that's a great question. I mean, first off, the size of this is abysmal. I actually need that, thank you. But more importantly, it's because underneath the starter house, I have built a huge underground base filled with a automatic storage system, a bedroom, I guess you could call it, and that's where that needs to go. And then my automatic farm section, where I'll be expanding this anytime I need a new auto farm. So I don't really need my house on the surface to have too many functions, but I want it to look awesome and have a little bit of practicality built into it. But before we can break it down, come on, man, you guys always gotta ruin the big plans. All right, and with them defeated, we can add another banner to Frederick's little home. And now we can finally destroy this. All right, with the house leveled, we can get an idea of how much building room we have. We can also expand this. There's a lot of land here we can easily terraform. Right now, there's three things I definitely want in this house. The first one is obviously some sort of entrance to my underground base. I like the bubble columns. I think they work nice. We can definitely squeeze them in there. The next is some sort of achievements room, or maybe a room showcasing like a god set of gear. Just something for like really rare and valuable items, or something that's like symbolic to the episodes. And then the last one is a fireplace. Those are the only things I can even think of right now. But before we can even think about adding those things, I like to typically try to make like a rough outline of the build, just so you can sort of get an idea of how things are going to look in the end.
A few moments later.
Okay, the outline is done. Now let me do some explaining. Here we have the bubble columns. Like I said, they're going to be front and center because 90% of the time I'm running into this house is because I want to go down to the bottom of my base and, you know, go to my storage system. Now over here is where the fireplace is going to be. Yes, I did manage to squeeze it in. Right here is going to be, you can actually add like gaming desks and some pretty cool design and decorations with some fancy tricks. So we're going to be doing our best to add some sort of desk here. And then over here along this wall and this wall is going to be sort of that commemorative special thing, whether it's a piece of armor, a piece of gear, or it's something like a dragon egg. And then right here, you're wondering, what is this cobblestone? Okay, I figured out what else I can add. I'm actually going to be adding a spiral staircase, just a few layers, because this bubble column, as you can see, it's kind of thick. So all of this area right here, I'm actually going to be using it for some farms. Now, I know I already have some farms and some automatic farms, but at the moment, there are a few crops that I sort of have to manually go out and collect down here, like wheat. So I was just thinking it'd be nice if I could tidy up all of my farms, like carrots, potatoes, wheat, melon, pumpkin, all those miscellaneous farms just underneath the base. All right, and with the outline completed, it is time to start building this bad boy. This should be just a one-story house and then a staircase downwards, unless I'm able to squeeze in that second story without a problem. But we'll leave that for later on in the build. I think right now we're just gonna try to get the bare bones of the structure in. All right, I think I overreacted a bit with the terraforming. That was way easier than I was expecting. Definitely can take this pathway and just kind of loop it around, because I know it goes over there to the old storage system, which I should probably break down anyways, because I'm not even using it. So we'll figure out what to do with this path. Maybe it breaks off into these other areas over here. But I'm liking this. I definitely see the potential. You know, I feel like starter homes, they're compact, but they pack a lot of punch in terms of the, you know, the utility they provide. So let's keep on keeping on. All right, floor is virtually in place. I'm gonna leave the farms for the very end, and once again, it's gonna be like a spiral staircase downwards, so it should be really simple to do the farm area below. But I feel like once we have the above, you know, the actual house above ground done, the things are really gonna start to come into place. So I'm just gonna try to do my best to like decorate up the outside, for lack of a better word, because I think this is a great example of how you can make a wood build look amazing. And shout out to Blue Nerd for this barn design. It's a maybe we incorporate some elements from both the barn, the warehouse, and definitely not from these phantoms, because I'm gonna go to bed. I will say it is pretty funny. I built a tree farm that collects, I think it works with like 8 types of wood, but of course the thing I want to build my house out of, it doesn't work. So we're back manually harvesting wood, which is honestly, I kind of like it. You know, once you have a farm for every single thing in the game, it kind of, you know, you miss doing the little things like just collecting wood, mining for diamonds or emeralds, you know, things like that. So it feels good to be back in the forest scavenging scavenging for my resources, my hard-earned resources to build my base. Just like I'm back in day 1 of survival. But no, it's almost day 500 now. All right, I'm gonna be honest. I'm liking this. We have this little piece from the barn, like the roof. And I was like, I like that. Can I put this in my house? Yes, we can. I still know like these outside walls are pretty bland, but because there's gonna be all the things on the inside, we can't add windows here. But I do have some pretty fun things that I think we'll be able to do. But I suck at building roofs. If you guys have watched any build video ever, I build the house and then I'm like, okay, now I gotta build the roof, and it takes me 3 times as long to build the roof. But I honestly love this, and I think we're gonna stick with it. Over here, you can't really see. I'm gonna add like a window in right there to add some more features to the roof, and then the chimney should be popping out right about here. But so far, if you guys want the color palette, it's just been dark oak stairs for the roof. We have these support beams as spruce, and then spruce planks for the actual walls. And then as you can see, stone for the floor. We will be turning this into some mossy stone, and then dark oak slabs for the roof. And so if you all want to follow along for yourself or take some inspiration from this build, then you're more than welcome to. But I always recommend, if you want to become the best version of your Minecraft self, then you have to experiment and learn how to build things on your own, which is kind of ironic because I followed a tutorial for this build. But listen, we're trying. And of course, for the chimney, we have real campfires, because I'm not about to put some string about my stuff and make it seem like it's real. We got a legitimate chimney here, which is funny because I don't even have any flames on here. But I do want to do something pretty fun with this campfire. And as you can see, well, this is a wooden build, so adding real flames inside of it might be a problem, but there's actually something I learned that's pretty neat. And really quickly, oh, that was actually a lot easier than I thought. Just needed this flint and steel and some soul sand, because if you light soul sand on fire, this doesn't actually catch any wood on fire, because like Minecraft mechanic makes it so it can't be caught on fire. I'm gonna be honest, having 4 might be a little too much. So now I'm just gonna make up some sort of fireplace here, some sort of design. But I think the blue also just like stands out, which is really cool. All right, I like this. Seems like it passes the vibe check. So the fireplace is done. And yeah, I like that. All right, and then out back here, once again, it's just these 2 sides we gotta spruce up. I'm gonna be adding some sort of outdoor workstations, you know, because it's kind of funny because this path already leads like right up to it. So I could probably keep this path here and then spruce up a little bit, and then have another path coming around to this side. And then we'd probably have to terraform this a little bit better, because this doesn't feel like a pathway at all. Bro, I just realized, yeah, my iron farms, I don't think I've emptied this in ages. Okay, and I remember them saying for me to empty out the poppies, because I have a lot of pop. Oh my gosh. You know what? No problem. I'll empty out the poppies for you. There we go. I think that should work. Yeah, that should do the trick. Hey, they're emptied out. I don't think they specified to say where I had to empty them to. Okay, fine. I'm not putting away all of them, but I have a feeling maybe in the future I'll need like some red dye or something, or I'll just regret not having stored them. So, you know what? Oh, we already have so much. You know, it's too late. Whatever. Anyways, back to the house. All right, the back of the house is starting to look pretty spectacular. Just gotta figure out what the heck I'm doing on this side. Actually, I just got an idea. Now, I've always seen these horses up near. Okay. Wait, how do I tame a horse? Do I need to give him food? I don't ever use horses. I don't think this is the way, though. I think I'm doing something wrong here. Oh, well, that was. Oh, yo, don't do that, bro. He's trying to kick me off. He's trying to fall off the mountain at the same time. Hey, there we go. Got the saddle on. And this horse can chill right here. Bro, this horse, if I get on, I might die if I get kicked off of this. Let's see. Oh, so far so good. This is really weird. Oh, dude, I almost pushed him off. My bad. Hey, and horse number 2 is secured. Gonna try not to fall off a cliff with this guy. God dang, this bro is slow. Holy. All right, now this is a very, very sad horse pen as it stands. I gotta do something to spruce this up. All right, and we will also give them some apples. I know they can't eat them, but they can just look at them and be like, those look good. Put some hay bales, some drinking water that this guy is just standing on somehow. But with the outside yet complete. Just kidding. Now that the outside is complete, we could turn our efforts to the inside where we actually don't have too much work to do. All right, so I think putting in this spiral staircase first and working on the farms. I thought I'd save them for the last, but I kind of just want to get them knocked out of the way because I know they won't be like incredibly difficult or anything. And I just realized in order for me to add a specific feature I want up top, I'm gonna have to build an entire farm for it. So I'm gonna save that for the very, very end. And these right here, if I'm not mistaken. Oh no, where are the bubble columns? Oh, they're like over here. Okay, we got some room, but I think for this, I'm just going to keep this whole side blocked off. So the column, so the staircase just leads you right here. And then the ground floor will be right here. So I think in total, I'm going to have 5 or 6 crops. So I'm probably just going to split this down the middle and add crops on the left and then crops on the right. Just make it really straightforward. All right, we're building some underground plots. And I thought I thought this was going to be way smaller of a farm system, but it's way bigger than I thought. And also that like right above here is where the horses are. So I can't really expand too much this way. So I think we're just gonna have like wheat, carrots, potatoes, and then all the other farms are just gonna kind of be thrown in here randomly. I thought I was gonna be able to make it nice and sort of pristine, but not sure that's gonna be the case now. Still gonna look good, don't get me wrong, but it might not look amazing. All right, and with these melon seeds planted and pumpkin seeds, we just have to put in the cactus and the farm room will be done. All right, now we can't put the cactus against the walls and we have to space them out. So this is all the cactus we can put. Listen, this is not the best cactus farm. I mean, obviously, unless we'll just indent these walls one over here because this just looks so stupid. All right, yeah, it looks a little bit less stupid, but not amazing. But yeah, the farm is done. Carrots, wheat, melons, pumpkins, cactus, and potatoes. I think that covers all of our bases. And then a nice spiral staircase up to the surface here, which all we have to do is add the gaming desk and then our collections area. Gamers, I'm sorry to inform you, but the gaming desk is not going to work. At least not in the middle of the room. I could put it on this wall, but that's just taking up so much space. Well, we'll see. I'll do the other part first and see how that turns out and just see how much space we have to work with. And if you're wondering why I'm making a second set of netherite armor when I already have some and then enchanting it with some absolutely terrible enchants, well, I don't blame you, but I had, I guess, the kind of cool idea of chucking in sets of enchanted gear. I feel like, I don't know, they kind of act like little guards in a way, like trying to protect all the valuables back here that we will end up putting in place. I don't know. I think it looks kind of cool. Well, the guards, they aren't doing very good, I'll tell you that much. Not doing much work. But in order to actually wrap up the house and to finish things, we need to build a glow squid farm. And that is because we need a bunch of glow squid inks. And those things, it would take me longer to probably manually farm them than it would for me to make this farm. This farm isn't super complex, which I'm thankful for. And holy crap, I can't even get started on it. But it basically is just you digging a massive hole in the ground and then placing a few blocks, a few mine carts, and then just AFKing for a little bit. And let's get to it. All right, we've been AFKing for a bit. Time to head down. And yes, that does look different because I had to rebuild this farm. Originally, when I built this farm right here, it just didn't work. I was like, that sucks. Go to check the comments. And with 1.19, the farm changed. Or 1.18, with one Minecraft update, it changed. But now, luckily, it works. So I have a glow ink sack farm, which is phenomenal. I had to rebuild it again. It is what it is. We got them. We're gonna go head back and I'm out of rockets, bro. Now I have to walk back. Dude, I think I spent my last rocket flying up to my AFK platform. Man, it's tough out here, dude. All right, we made it back and it was all for these bad boys right here. Glowing item frames because they just look so much better. If you put an item in here, like look at this. That stick looks freaking awesome now, bro. This piece of steak, that shulker box looks like it's magical. Okay, I'm just kidding. It was a lot of work for not a lot of results, but now we have this area, which I still don't think adds like a ton of pizzazz. So I'm gonna go quickly spruce this up and then add 2 glass panes, because I also just realized we're missing 2 glass panes. All right, I ended up with this quartz design. I feel like quartz just screams fancy, elegant, and Minecraft. And so any items, let's say, hey, I love this pickaxe, it means a lot to me, I'm gonna put it here in this this kind of like a museum for items. We can do that. But I feel like, I don't know, I feel like it's weird forcing an item to be in there, but I can't make a museum and then have it have no items. So what can I take from here that I think's pretty cool? If you guys saw the last episode, then you would have known that I mined for 10 hours straight in Minecraft and found like 1,600 diamonds. I was super proud of that achievement. And bro, skeletons are just getting murked outside my house. So I'm just gonna leave this diamond here to commemorate this. And we are actually almost all done with the house. There's one thing I did forget to do other than adding a door. It is this window right here. I'm gonna go ahead and slap this window in, and then I think our upgraded starter house should be done. All right, it's not the best. I mean, there's not even a real second story here, so I just added some leftover item frames. But all in all, I am a huge fan of this house. I mean, at least it actually has a purpose now. It's got some farms down below that I can use to breed my cows and get more food if I ever need some of these crops for any builds. We could do that. We also have a really awesome looking place to store decorative items, and it's just cozy, adding some features I've never really used in a build. And of course, we still have easy access to our massive underground base. I hope you all enjoyed this video. As always, if you did, a like would be greatly appreciated. As well, if you haven't subscribed, we are quickly closing in on 200,000 subscribers, so clicking that sub button would be very epic. Been Ducky the Gamer, and catch you guys in the next one. Deuces.